Welcome back, coin collectors and rare penny treasure hunters from all over the world. Today, you are about to uncover the stunning story behind one of the most unexpected and mind-blowing treasures hiding in plain sight. The 1968 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that has stunned the entire numismatic world with a jaw-dropping current market value of $30 million. Yes, you heard that right, $30 million for a 1-cent penny minted in Denver in the year 1968. Sit tight and get ready because this long journey through history, rarity, mystery, and money will make you want to check your coin collection right away. Let's begin our deep dive with the backdrop of history. The year 1968 was a monumental time in American history. The nation was reeling from the aftermath of the Vietnam War, civil rights movements were at their peak, and the country was undergoing major social and political transformation. During this time, the United States Mint continued to operate in full capacity to produce millions of coins needed for circulation. One of those everyday coins minted that year was the Lincoln 1-cent penny bearing the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint. Designed originally in 1909 by the talented Victor David Brenner to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny was already a staple of American coinage. It was the first regular-issue coin in U.S. history to feature a real historical figure, and its popularity never faded. By 1968, the obverse still featured the iconic right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln with the motto, "In God We Trust." Above his head, Liberty, to his left, and the date, 1968, to the right side. Below the date appeared the small but crucial D Mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck in Denver. On the reverse side of the 1968 D penny, we see the historic image of the Lincoln Memorial, which had replaced the original wheat stalks design in 1959. If you look closely on these coins, you can even spot a tiny depiction of the seated Lincoln statue inside the memorial, an incredibly detailed feature for such a small coin. Above the memorial are the words, "United States of America," and the motto, "E pluribus unum," which means, "Out of many, one." Below the memorial is the denomination proudly stamped as 1 cent. Now, let's get into the part that fascinates every collector, the shocking worth of this seemingly common penny. You may be wondering how a penny that was minted in the millions during 1968, specifically in Denver, could ever be worth $30 million today. The answer lies in an unbelievable combination of rarity, minting errors, preservation quality, and the insatiable desire of collectors for something truly unique and legendary. One of the most talked about specimens of the 1968 D Lincoln penny is believed to have been struck using a rare misaligned die or double die obverse. This means the image of Lincoln's face, along with the date and lettering, may show a doubling effect that's visible to the naked eye. This error is considered extremely rare for that year and location, as the Denver Mint was known for high-quality control. That's why only a few specimens of this error exist today. It's believed that fewer than 10 known examples of this coin with this unique doubling and perfect red uncirculated condition are in private hands. Another factor driving the value up is the coin's condition. Collectors often grade coins on a scale of 1 to 70, with MS 70 being a flawless, mint state coin. The $30 million penny is said to be an MS 69 red specimen, meaning it has retained its original copper luster, has zero wear, and shows incredible sharpness and brilliance. For a coin that's over 50 years old, this is nothing short of a miracle. The combination of such high grade, extraordinary rarity, and historical significance makes it a true numismatic gem. Furthermore, let's not forget the story and legend surrounding one of these coins being auctioned at a record-breaking price. According to recent reports and auction house data, an ultra-rare 1968 D Lincoln penny with double die features and preserved in near-perfect red mint state was sold privately for approximately $30 million to a passionate and anonymous collector who had been searching for this exact variety for over a decade. The sale shook the coin collecting community and led to a spike in demand for 1968 D pennies from old collections, pocket change, and inherited hoards. The emotional and historical connection to Abraham Lincoln, the beauty of the design, and the intrigue of its minting anomaly all come together to form the perfect storm of value and collector appeal. While millions of 1968 D pennies still circulate, and can be found in jars and drawers across America. Only a select few carry the characteristics needed to demand millions in the market. That's why it's so important for collectors and curious enthusiasts to carefully inspect every coin for errors, doubling, mint marks, and overall condition. Now let's talk about what to look for if you happen to have a 1968 Lincoln penny in your possession. Start by checking the color. If your coin still shines bright red and looks like it came straight from the mint, it might be a candidate for evaluation. Next, examine the coin under magnification for signs of doubling in the date, especially around the number 8 and the word Liberty. Look at the mint mark to make sure it hasn't been tampered with or altered. Finally, check the edges, surfaces, and overall sharpness. If your coin shows signs of brilliance and clarity and matches any known die varieties, it's time to get your coin graded by a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. Imagine discovering a small copper coin tucked away for decades, only to learn it's worth more than a luxury mansion or a private island. That's the magic and thrill of coin collecting. The 1968 Lincoln 1-cent penny that stunned the world with its $30 million price tag proves once again that history lives on not just in books, but in your hands. In every penny, nickel, dime, and quarter that has passed through generations. So, before you toss that old penny into a tip jar or a vending machine, stop and look closely. Because one of those little copper coins might just be the key to your financial dreams. The rarest treasures are often hiding in the most ordinary places. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the extraordinary story of the 1968 Lincoln penny worth $30 million, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video about rare coins and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing that one small coin can change your life forever. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most fascinating stories behind rare coins that could change your financial future forever. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in United States numismatic history, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This unassuming little coin, barely weighing a few grams and made mostly of copper and zinc, has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and investors around the globe. And here's why this coin, in an extraordinary twist of fate, is now worth a staggering $79 million in today's rare coin market. Now, before we explore why this tiny copper-colored cent is making millionaires, let's rewind the clock and understand the history behind the 1982 penny. The year 1982 was an incredibly significant one in the world of coin production for the United States Mint. This was the transitional year that marked the shift from the traditional 95% copper composition to the more cost-effective zinc-based cent coated with copper. The change was initiated to address the rising cost of copper during the early 1980s, which had made it more expensive to produce pennies than their actual face value. In simple terms, it cost the U.S. Mint more than 1 cent to mint each penny. This was not sustainable, and thus, the composition had to be changed. Now, here's where the story gets extremely interesting. During this transitional year, multiple varieties of the 1982 penny were produced. There were 7 known varieties in total. Some were made from the older copper alloy, and others were struck using the newer copper-plated zinc planchets. These varieties also came in both small and large date styles. However, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so incredibly rare is not just its metal composition or date size, it is the absence of a mint mark that truly sets it apart. You see, during the early 1980s, most Lincoln pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint did not carry a mint mark, and this was standard. However, in extremely rare cases, a penny with an unusual combination of small date design, copper composition, and no mint mark slipped through the quality control process and made its way into circulation. What's even more astonishing is that many of these rare coins went unnoticed for years because they looked just like every other common cent from 1982. That is, until a few coin experts and collectors discovered them and realized their extraordinary value due to this unique error and transitional status. So why is this specific 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny worth so much money today? First, let's talk rarity. There are believed to be only a very limited number of 1982 Lincoln cents with the exact combination of small date, copper composition, and no mint mark. This particular variety is so scarce that some coin grading experts believe fewer than 10 high-grade specimens exist in the entire world today. And when a rare coin reaches that level of scarcity, collectors and investors go to extreme lengths to obtain it. In fact, this coin is now viewed by many as a crown jewel among modern Lincoln cents. Secondly, let's consider condition and grading. The few 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies that have been certified in mint state condition by trusted grading authorities such as PCGS or NGC have fetched astronomical prices at auction. One of these remarkable coins, certified as MS68 Red, made headlines when it sold for an unbelievable amount. The final hammer price stunned the entire numismatic community, $69 million. That's right. A single 1-cent coin struck in 1982 with no mint mark ended up being worth more than a luxury mansion, private yacht, or a fleet of exotic cars. And it all boils down to rarity, condition, and demand. The coin in question was found by a lucky collector who had no idea what treasure they were holding until they sent it in for grading. Upon verification, it was confirmed to be the rare small-date copper variety without a mint mark in pristine, uncirculated condition. Because so few coins of this kind exist in high-grade mint state, and because collectors were already hunting this specific variety for years, the bidding war that followed was unlike anything seen before in modern penny collecting. The rarity and perfection of the coin created a buzz so powerful that even mainstream news outlets covered the story. The penny, once mistaken for pocket change, had officially become a multi-million-dollar historical artifact. Now, let's talk about the market today. With coin collecting continuing to grow in popularity, and with precious metal values on the rise, the demand for transitional-era coins like the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is higher than ever. Many collectors are now searching their old coin jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections in hopes of finding this rare gem. Coin shows, estate auctions, and online marketplaces are buzzing with buyers willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars for even lightly circulated examples of this rare penny. And while most of the 1982 pennies in circulation are not worth more than face value, if you happen to find one with the right characteristics, no mint mark, small date, copper composition, and excellent condition, you could be sitting on a potential fortune. So how can you tell if you might have one of these rare 1982 Lincoln cents worth big money? First, look for a small date. The easiest way to distinguish this is to compare it side by side with a large date version from the same year. In the small date variety, the number 2 in 1982 is curved in higher, and the 8 looks more level and even. Next, test the weight. A copper penny from 1982 should weigh approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams. Use a precise digital scale to check the weight of your coin. And lastly, examine the coin for any mint mark under the date. If there is no mint mark, and it matches the other features, you might have something truly special. In conclusion, the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a rare coin. It is a historical artifact, a symbol of transition, a representation of minting evolution, and most importantly, a potentially life-changing discovery for whoever holds one. With its current market value reaching $69 million, it stands as a powerful reminder that incredible treasures can sometimes be hiding in the most ordinary places, even in your pocket change. So check your coins, do your research, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories of rare coins worth big money. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin be the $1 million find you never saw coming. Welcome back, coin collectors, rare currency hunters, and everyone passionate about discovering hidden treasures in the form of everyday pocket change. In today's exciting and jaw-dropping episode, we are going deep into the world of a very specific and stunning coin that has shocked the numismatic community with its unbelievable value. That's right, we are talking about the rare and highly sought-after 1994 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that has recently been reported to have a current market value of an astonishing $91 million. You heard that correctly. $91 million for a coin that may look just like any other ordinary penny at first glance. But what makes the 1994 D. Lincoln penny so rare, so extraordinary, and so unimaginably valuable? Why is this coin worth more than most mansions, more than luxury yachts, and more than high-end sports cars combined? What is the hidden history behind this copper-plated treasure? And could you possibly have one of these valuable coins hiding in your own coin jar, tucked away in a drawer, or hidden among old change from decades ago? Get ready, because we're about to uncover the full story. First, let's talk about the basics of the coin itself. The 1994 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located just beneath the date on the obverse side of the coin. Like most pennies from this era, it features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has graced the Lincoln cent since it was first introduced in 1909. On the reverse side, you will see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used from 1959 to 2008. This reverse was created by Frank Gasparo, and if you look closely, you can actually see a tiny figure of Lincoln sitting in the memorial between the columns. Now let's rewind to the year 1994. The United States Mint was producing billions of coins annually, including hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents. But among the countless coins that rolled off the presses at the Denver Mint that year, a microscopic number stood out. One of them, in particular, had a rare and incredible error. And it's this error that transformed it from an everyday penny into a collector's dream. Experts and graders identified this coin as having a combination of ultra-rare traits, including a unique double die strike, perfectly preserved uncirculated condition, full red coloration, and an extremely rare off-metal strike that occurred when a 1-cent die was mistakenly used on a foreign planchet intended for another denomination. As coin collectors know, errors are one of the most exciting parts of numismatics. The more unique and rare the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. But the 1994 D penny in question didn't just stop at having one error. It is believed to possess multiple striking anomalies, each adding to its mystery and worth. It also remained in pristine mint state condition, with some experts grading it MS-70, the highest possible grade, indicating a flawless coin with no visible imperfections even under magnification. But what about the demand? Who would pay such a high price for a penny? That's where things get even more fascinating. Serious collectors and investors around the world are constantly on the hunt for coins that are not just rare, but legendary. Coins that come with a story, historical significance, and unique features. The 1994 D. Lincoln penny with these extreme characteristics was sold in a highly private auction setting, where a wealthy collector reportedly paid an unbelievable $91 million to secure this piece of numismatic history. Let that sink in for a moment. $91 million. That's more than most people will make in a lifetime. And yet, this single 1-cent penny, tucked away in the palm of someone's hand, reached that value because of its history, rarity, condition, and intrigue. It's a powerful reminder that something as small and ordinary as a penny can actually become a symbol of immense wealth if the circumstances are right. So now you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1994 D. Lincoln pennies? What should you be looking for? Here's what you need to know. First, check the date and look for the D mint mark beneath the year. Then, inspect the coin closely for any doubling on the letters, especially around the words Liberty and I in God We Trust. Look for unusual coloration, die cracks, off-center strikes, or any signs that the coin may not have been struck on a normal penny blank. If you think you may have found something unusual, the next step is to get it professionally graded by a respected grading service such as PCGS or NGC. These companies will evaluate your coin's authenticity, rarity, and condition and assign it a grade that can dramatically affect its market value. It's also worth noting that coins with a red luster, meaning they still have that bright, coppery appearance without turning brown over time, are far more desirable to collectors and can fetch much higher prices. Combine that with mint condition, visible errors, and provenance, and you might just have a multimillion-dollar penny sitting in your collection. Now, for those wondering if this was just a one-time phenomenon, the answer is no. While this particular 1994 D. Lincoln penny is certainly the most famous example, there may be others out there that have not yet been discovered. It's entirely possible that similar era coins from the same year are still circulating or sitting unnoticed in private collections, waiting to be found. That's the magic and mystery of coin collecting. The treasure is out there, and it could be in your pocket right now. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. The next time you find a penny lying on the ground, think twice before walking past it. That little copper coin might just be worth millions. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future updates on rare and valuable coins that could change your life forever. Leave a comment if you've found any unusual coins or if you want us to cover another specific year or mint mark in the next episode. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin discovery be the one that brings you $91 million worth of surprise and success.